Ну что, приветики, вот мы продолжаем дальше искать нашего Мануэля Годоя, который я вообще понятия не имею, где он, что он, господи. Давайте, короче, искать, пытаться понимать, где этот мистер. Кстати, почему я не пошла в комнату, которая была сзади меня, вы меня спросите. Я вам отвечу, что я не знаю, почему я туда не пошла. У меня очень много вопросов к самой себе. Ну, не факт, что он здесь, естественно. Вы его видите? Кстати, а здесь возобновляются вещи? Да. А, нет места. Давайте выпьем кармелинскую воду. Кармелитская, точнее. И потом картину ставить не будем. Мы сами не смотрим картины. В нашем клубе картины не очень приветствуются. Мистер Годой! Здравствуйте. Месье Дорощей. Склонить его на сторону Мартимера, ответить на что проходил мимо, обсудить собрание, передать, что искал фон Вельнер, напомнить об общих интересах стран. Спросить, что его беспокоит. Как вы думаете, может, мозги используем?
Since your arrival, I've noticed that you've been on the defensive. It seems to me that Monsieur Peru has a knack for getting your back up.
That is the least you can say. Indeed, I was warned.
Ой, это психология, не мозги.
For God's sake, why in the hell did your people execute their king? Have the French gone stark raving mad? There are nothing but monarchies in power in Europe. They will all come crashing down on you.
We shall see. It might, well, turn out to be the opposite.
You certainly do not lack for audacity.
Это было правильное решение.
Tell me one thing, monsieur. Why did you side with Mortimer? He is alone, isolated. The United States can do nothing to help you, and France is surrounded by over 10 countries just waiting for the word to pounce. Really? I do not see why you
почему
choose
выбрали
Mortimer.
Мартимера? Он обойдет холма.
It's really quite simple, you know. Whose place are we at? Who can manage to bring together so many influential figures under the same roof?
Technically, Sir Gregory brought more guests than Mortimer.
Yes, but in whose name? Who organized the party, Senor Godoy? Who pays the bills? And
Senor
you are
Godoy,
forgetting
мне так
something
нравится.
fundamental. Who has the biggest army nowadays?
Yes.
There's no shame
yes,
in
yes,
admitting
yes,
that France
yes,
is
yes,
militarily
yes.
superior to you. That's why you're considering joining forces with other European countries in order to confront us.
I agree that Mortimer does have some powerful assets.
Мы молодцы.
Do you
Давайте
really believe
поздравим
Spain
нас.
has any interest in ceding Louisiana to France?
Лично вы остаетесь в выигрыше. Мы сможем вместе бороться с Англией. Похоже, это и правда невыгодная сделка. От Луизианы больше проблем, чем пользы. Испания может выгодно продать свои земли. Лично вы остаетесь в выигрыше. Что будет дороже? Это дороже, да? 4. 0. Давайте это. Мы 0 заплатим. Зачем мне 4 платить?
We agree that today all it brings you is death. Every day a few more Spaniards die far from their birthplace.
I cannot deny that Louisiana is a veritable quagmire. You have a point there. Tell me one last thing. What would I gain from all this?
Убедить, что он избавится от давления холма, пригнуть к шантажу, вести у себя указать на его шаткое положение, убедить, что Мартимер будет ему благодарен. У нас хватит? Мы только одну штуку заплатим. Убедить, что он избавится от давления холма. Давайте скажем, что Мартимер будет ему благодарен.
He's always supported those who have given him help, and you know well that he has every means to do so.
That at least is true.
Come on, you fool, give it up. You're trapped like a rat.
Monsieur, I am astounded. I did not think you capable, but you have succeeded. I will be more wary of you the next time.
Мы молодцы.
If you can guarantee Lord Mortimer's support, then yes. Can count on my vote when the time comes.
Я подумал, он упал, он присел.
I expect you to be discreet with regard to my former partners, without which our agreement will become null and void.
Мне очень нравятся здесь бабочки повсюду. Типа, я не знаю, какая это высота и почему бабочки. А бабочки так легко, блин, так высоко летают.
I hope you know what you are getting into, Louis. I bid you good luck.
Good night, my Lord Duke.
See you tomorrow. Well, that's one thing.
Окей.
The only thing left to do is wait for the conference to resume tomorrow morning.
Так, вот это у нас.
The lock is surrounded by a
3
triple
круга. Я не знаю, у нас есть ключ, нет ключа, типа. Сейчас мы узнаем. Боже, изи взломать. Мы же теперь крутые. Мы же теперь крутые, да. Давайте не будем забывать об этом.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Мед. Мы получили мед. Вот эта штука. Мы, наверное, ее уже взломали. Отправитесь в постель. Ой, сейчас будет долгий путь обратно, пожалуйста. Мы сейчас, короче, откуда пришли, туда и пойдем. Мне вот это вот эти ваши гулянки, а мне они нужны, нет. О май гад. Типа, что за бред? Вот. Лестница. Все, мы идем к себе в комнату. Типа, изи. Так. Вот где-то там рядом должна быть моя комната. Вот это моя, да? Да, это моя. Это моя. Идут.
Good evening, Monsieur Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor, sir.
О
Am I
май
disturbing you,
гад.
perhaps?
Нет, милая, нет, ты что?
That's not what I said.
Моя хорошая.
You surprised me during the conference.
Why's that?
Well, you are going to lose. Why stay with Lord Mortimer?
I believe he has every chance of winning.
My, you are a rash one. However, if ever you want to change sides, please feel free to let me know.
But tell me, you didn't come here to try and make me change my mind, did you?
That's the last thing on my mind. Although you would have everything to gain by it.
Зачем мне поддерживать
Do you
Холма?
perhaps
Ну-ка,
know
давайте
something that
спросим.
I don't? Come on, Emily. It's time you lay your cards on the table. If you know something I don't about Lord Mortimer, now's the time.
I don't want to speak ill of him, but in certain circles, you can't exactly say he has a good reputation.
Continue.
Well, there have been instances where he has used people, then gotten rid of them once he no longer seemed to need them, Louis. He makes fine promises, makes you feel valuable, tests you. But beware. I'm worried that something might happen to you.
Are you advising me to change sides as a precaution?
I'd rather say as a safety measure. Louis, if you trust me, you ought to ask yourself why I have chosen home. You do trust me, don't you?
Of course, Emily.
Admit, though, that it's not
Emily.
you think. There's still time, you know. Join us before it's too late.
Бляха, мне... Я вообще хейчу Холма. Но он пытается помочь. Подождите, давайте подумаем. Погодите, давайте подумаем. Просто сейчас вот это время идет, она своей рукой машет, она меня отвлекает своими руками. Чем же хорош? Может, она специально пришла, чтобы, типа, меня переубедить, но не факт, что, типа, это действительно хорошо. Может, Мортимер не так плох. Может, Холм здесь какашка. Давайте подумаем все вместе. Давайте думать, хороший он или плохой. Я бы осталась на стороне Мортимера, поэтому давайте, короче, не будем ей поддаваться. Меня снова отказал мой... подождите. Ну, мы живем. Да, давайте откажемся.
Unfortunately, my word is my bond. I don't want to leave Lord Mortimer in the lurch.
Very well, as you wish. It's up to you to decide.
Tell me, are these visits to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no.
Господи,
My
какие вы
sister
все
doesn't normally
поломанные.
disappear when she has. Any news of your mother?
Поговорить про поступок матери, сказать о встрече. А про поступок? Давайте про поступок.
Well, I should imagine you're still shaken. I promise to shed light on my mother's circumstances as soon as possible.
There's not much to shed light on. What your mother did is inexcusable. She won the
Мне
trust
пришло
of my
уведомление в
sister in order to more
Телеграме.
easily betray her. She didn't do anything to her.
Подождите.
Change
Продолжаем.
subject, please. I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
Ну неужели? Ну неужели? Блин, анимация говно. Анимация говно. Давайте признаем. Но сама... Ну, сама ситуация неплохая. У меня нога сломана. Опять.
My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with
А чё его
informing our
трясёт?
allies, but for the
Ему
time
норм?
being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him. He looks like he can be trusted. And Duchess Hillsborough. Why isn't she here? She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir.
С ума сошел?
She's an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her. What are we
Реально.
going to do about Washington? He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king. Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing. To keep his
Господи.
dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim. He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to bring him around. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Он как будто болеет. Ему норм?
I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
Что? Что? Ему норм? Ля, рубанула пацана. Рубанула пацана. Жестко.
Emily? Emily? Are you there?
Я какой-то обдолбанный. Конечно, она не здесь. Что за бред? Она ушла, естественно, типа...
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Окей.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
Ну, бляха. Мне даже идти не пришлось, это хорошо. Потому что я забыла, где находится зал собраний. Давайте тоже будем честны.
My
Я
friends,
забыла.
the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer. We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his implications
Мы умрем со
will
скуки.
panache.
Угар.
We shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me reassure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it. Even though my choice won't count.
Against.
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 And you, Luke Manuel?
Well, you see, it is more complicated and it...
Нормально, слива.
Calm, Gregory. Don't try to impress my guests, please.
Просто
They are
отвечай.
not your guests.
Gregory, anyone under my roof is by definition my guest.
Да,
You
реально.
included. I would be
Холм,
very
ты
grateful
вообще
if you
кто?
would let my guests speak. Duke Manuel, you were saying you still had some doubts? Well, you see, the situation has changed since last night.
What's going on here, my Lord Duke?
You see, I gave it some thought during the night. New arguments have come to light.
What do you mean, Duke Manuel?
Sir Gregory, I regret to inform you that Spain will not support you in this operation. I vote for. Moreover, in response to arguments brought to my attention, I declare war on France.
What? What is he doing?
If you think France is afraid of you, you are dreaming.
Over 10 nations rise against you, young man, and you behave like a yapping little dog?
When the French armies are at your door, my Lord Duke, you will change your tune.
Писать мы войны просто разжигаем.
I am for Lord Mortimer's project. Despite Duchess Hill.
Знаете что? Меня бесит, что музыка орет. Короче, я настроила в прошлый раз звук так, чтобы музыка была типа наравне. Но можно ее убавить? Может, голоса давайте побольше сделаем. 70.
Those overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
Ее платье сквозь текстуру.
Was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise?
Она тоже с ним переспала или только со мной?
Remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington. What is your position?
Ой-ой-ой-ой, девулька, ты загулялась. Ладно, я получила, что хотела. Все, я счастлива. Наплевать на эти ваши игры политические. Чего?
Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques, Emile.
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Чего?
Come, Jack. We'll talk it over. No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
Конечно, вмешаться, что за бред?
You just can't help it, can you? Stop trying to play the hero, man.
Вы сослужите большего. Это на вас не похоже. Вы никого не убьете. Я помогу вам. Вы заслужите большего, конечно.
I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things.
You blame yourself, I can see that. Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need.
Холм вас защитит. Вашей дочери ничто не угрожает. Мы должны бороться вместе. Орден вам поможет. Все будет хорошо. Все будет хорошо. Он же спросил, да? Да, он сказал.
Let's stay united, Jack. He's nothing without us.
Really?
Trust me.
Прошу вас, успокойтесь. Отдайте пистолет. Давайте себя благоразумно, прекратите медленно. Он у нас любитель этикета. Вы помните? Помните? Я помню, мы что-то ему сказали в саду, и он такой, да, он выдал нам инфу, потому что мы были с этикетом. Да, его слабость, поняли?
So give me your weapon, please. There's nothing to fear. I'm right here.
I don't want him to talk to me.
Don't worry, you're safe now, Jack.
Господи, я только что спасла человеку жизнь.
Monsieur Peru, you could have seriously hurt someone if Monsieur Drichet here hadn't stopped you. Your behavior is unacceptable. You would do better to go and rest in your apartment.
Реально, иди. Apartment? Комната apartment?
My friends, we shall continue the conference later. I would like to apologize for the inexcusable behavior of my guest. We all need to recover from all of this excitement. Take the rest of the day off.
Понимаю. Я встал на сторону. Мы, кстати, у нас нет неудач. Я провел ночь с леди Хилсбороу. Я успокоил Сару Дереше. Узнал, что Грегори Холм и Иоганн фон Вельнер близко знакомы. Я мог податься на уговор леди Хилсбороу. Я мог встать на сторону Грегори и мог раскрыть тайну Жака Перу. Но мы не раскрыли его тайну. Мы молодцы. Использованные слабости 315 очков. А вообще, что дает этот уровень? Извините, мне кто-нибудь скажет вообще, нет? О май гад! Давайте качать... Ёпту мать, хитрость уровень 2. Давайте качать вот это, потому что у нас это вообще ни хера нет. Политика. Политику. Вот это я бы покачала. Манипулирование. У нас ни хера нет манипулирования. Поехали. Игра с огнем. Да, знак, как будто мы в Мстителях, знаете, сердце Тони Старка. Доказательство того, что у Тони Старка есть сердце. У меня плюс одна ромбичка. Плюс один ромбичек. Мастер на все руки.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves.
Господи, алло.
My friends, let us settle down, please.
Он так разозлился, я не могу.
Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Да, я молодец. Как бы возведите мне памятник, отдайте мне дом, не знаю. Отдайте мне леди Хилсборо, все, мне больше ничего не надо. Дом можете себе поставить. И памятник мой тоже.
We are providing Monsieur Peru with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. I think everyone needs a little rest.
Опять спать.
Of course.
Как я поняла, что он обращается ко мне? Давайте политику возьмем. Эрудицию. И манипулирование. У нас какая-то проблема с манипулированием. У нас его тупо нет. Мы типа лохи, знаете. Такие лохи. Он все еще... У него все еще гниет птица. Помогите ей кто-нибудь. Помогите птичке.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his
Надо бы
life
просто оружие у него все
again. Or,
забрать
worse
и
yet,
все.
attacking one of the guests.
Но успокоительно
When in
тоже
despair,
хорошая тактика.
Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
Почему он решил покончить с собой? Этого следовало ждать. Зачем вы его пригласили? Почему он... Так, что происходит с Мортимером? Вы заметили? Второй раз он, короче, начинает лагать. Я не понимаю. Типа, ему норм? Почему вас так боялся? Давайте посмотрим его слова. Зачем вы его... И что? Как я могу... Да подожди, ты не трясись. Как мне посмотреть его... О, ёпти медь. Так, журнал. Вашингтон, слуги, Пьяджи, Бонапарт, Перюф, Гудой, Адамс, Мортимер. Устойчивость наука? Почему он вас так боялся?
Can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply unable to put things into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself. Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew noticeable in his work. Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving.
Короче, Мортимера какая-то очень тупая стойка.
Louis, one more thing.
Что случилось? Почему была прогрузка? Помогите Мортимеру, ему плохо.
It gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
Мы проиграем.
What is at stake is worth it, my lord. Now, I won't hide from you
Будет
the
угар,
fact
если
that I
мы в
have
итоге
no idea
проиграем.
by what miracle we could ever
Ай.
get a man's vote.
Жалко,
Trust me, Louis.
ну нет, не
We
жалко,
still
в этом и
have a
смысл
few
таких
more
игр,
cards
что
to
ты
play.
делаешь
You'll
выбор,
see.
и потом
Anything
пожинаешь
can happen in
плоды своего
politics.
I'll see
выбора.
you later, my lord.
Сейчас, короче, господи, мы все умрем. Ёпта, пока, короче. Вон, я, может, махнула такая, bye, bitch. Так, тут всякого говна можно собрать? Забираю. Якорцы, которые мне не пригодились уже какой раз. Я не понимаю, типа, как они работают. Бляха, как они работают. Ладно. Давайте со сцены погуляем. Опа-на. Я телепортировалась. А, это опять пароль вонючий, ПМТ. Отойди нафиг. Я не шарю, что это, поэтому уходим отсюда. Можно? О, стоп. Видели, там что-то светится? Вот здесь. Луи, пожалуйста. Луи. Луи, ты можешь отсюда посмотреть? Надо иметь зрение, как у Луи, поняли? Да. Площадь червяка несовершенна. Верните свою комнату. Окей. Только мне бы вспомнить Диана.
Yes, sir.
Your yes is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room.
Господи, чё с ним?
Louis, once again, bravo for what you did. If it weren't for you, Peru would have blown his brains out. You've
Реально.
got courage. I like this. We just
Спасибо.
lost a vote for the next conference, and we already had fewer votes than Holm. I must absolutely find a solution.
Я хочу узнать его устойчивость. Да, я раньше не пользовалась, но я вспомнила, что есть такая штука. Где бы на парте, вы видите? Устойчивость, политика, убеждения. Понимаю.
Excuse me, sir, but given recent events, I find it somewhat cavalier to return to your political
Его слабость
preoccupation so
этикет?
quickly.
Yes,
Я
I know. You
офицер.
must find me inhumane. But what can I do? We are here to decide upon the fate of our
Oh
nation,
my
Louis. It is
God.
time you realize what is at stake here. I hold nothing against Monsieur Peru personally, but what concerns me most right now is to not lose sight of the objectives of this meeting. In short, we haven't a minute to lose. I'll leave you now.
Just a
Давай.
minute. Can you tell me what Duchess Hillsborough proposed to you on the night of the conference?
I was sure you'd ask me that. Not that I hold the Duchess dear to my heart, but I do nevertheless have some scruples. I have noticed you hovering around her since you arrived, and I
Ну
only
не
have
пали
one piece of
меня.
advice to give you. Don't forget why she came here. And
Я
don't
не
delude
обманываюсь. Я
That makes
отказалась,
two
и
pieces of advice.
мы затусили.
yourself. How you love having the last word. Now, Louis, time is running short, and as I said, I'm in a hurry. I have to go now. I will see you later.
Окей. Окей. Я вас поняла, месье Бонапарт. Чья это комната? О! Месье Жак Перю.
Sorry, sir, but you cannot go through. We have very clear instructions from Lord Mortimer.
Я хотела
Mr.
подержать.
Peru must rest.
Он его убил, да? Он его убил. Это чья комната? Бонапарт. Мы с ним только что поговорили. О, там скоро будет моя комната. Ей. Это чья? Я постучала, и мне сразу написали, нет ответа. Типа...
Nothing.
А ее просто там нет. Она отшивается с кем-то. Я что, ко всем могу заходить? Мистер Мануэль Годой.
Monsieur de Richet, I have no time. I was about to join Sir Gregory. Come back later.
I wanted to talk to you a moment
Сейчас
ago.
со всеми базарю.
I'm sorry. We shall talk later.
Окей, все, я поняла. Где я? Что я? Кто я? Ладно, все. Никого нет. Вы чё, вы нормальные вообще? Никого в своих комнатах нет. А если есть, то мне туда нельзя. Вы что, типа, обалдели или что вообще?
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Вашингтон.
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Найдите Эмили Хилсборо. А куда они пошли-то, ёб твою мать? К ней в комнату? Так, Годой. Эмили.
I do believe that's Emily's voice.
Послушать, постучаться. Давайте... Я слышу, но я ни хера не понимаю. Да я тоже. Если я постучусь, она же запалит меня. Давайте подумаем. Она не открывается. Эмили! Душайся. Выломать. Взломать замок.
I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick.
Так, отойди-ка. Давайте пойдем в соседние комнаты. Кто у нас тут живет? Месье Бонапарт. Не знаю, мне похрен, кто здесь живет. Дайте зайти.
Damn it. It's closed.
Да взломай ты, ёб твою мать.
Seems like the key is still in the lock on the other side. That means I won't be able to pick it. Or I could do as I did the last time in the tower.
Реально, давай. Открыть силой, смотреть щель между дверью и полом. Рассмотри замок. Вытолкнуть. Подожди.
I wonder if I can get the key by pushing something underneath and making it fall.
Так, вернуться, отойти. Мне нужны бумажки нашего господина. Какие-нибудь письма, я думаю. Можно я что-то заберу?
A map.
Возьми карту, она большая. Ёб твою мать! Ты пока сейчас так медленно ходишь, ёпта! Она сейчас... Ай. Она сейчас все расскажет, и мы ни хера не успеем.
Slowly, Louis. Nice and slow.
Вернуться, посмотреть щель, взять, втянуть карту. То есть я могла либо взломать, либо вытащить ключ. Умно. Ты видишь, как ты ходишь? Как можно... Сейчас она такая, Эмили такая, бляха, нихера.
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this.
Подожди. Подожди. Нельзя, подожди. Эмили, подожди, я тебя умоляю. Эмили, подожди.
Dear Gregory,
Уважаемый Грегори, благодарю вас за информацию. Мне удалось немного разузнать об этих людях. Джорджу Вашингтону можно доверять. Несмотря на политические успехи, он оставался честным человеком. С другой стороны, как вам известно, он уже ведет дела с лордом Мортимером. Получить его доверие будет сложно. О Наполеоне Бонапарте я до сегодняшнего дня ничего не слышала. Это пылкий молодой офицер французской армии, которому Мортимер пророчит великое будущее. Будьте осторожны, он человек твердых убеждений, а потому, на мой взгляд, опасный противник. Что касается Сары де Рише, мне нечего сказать. Вы уже знакомы. Судя по всему, лорд Мортимер пригласил ее из-за парижской шумихи вокруг заказчика того ограбления. Скоро встречи, герцогиня Эмили. Бляха. Сука. Блядь. Столько голосов. Там сейчас, короче, что-то эпичное. Подожди, мы ее немножко обкрадем. И все, идем. Там вон какая-то великая буча, посмотрите. Они кого-то ёбнули. Бляха, это мать!
Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you, you're joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me.
Я не знаю, кто из вас кто.
So stop taking it out on Sarah.
У вас одна моделька.
How dare you? Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot. After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on,
Ах ты!
shoot. Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way. I am not Emma. Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game.
Вот Эмили, у нее
Tell him
голос.
who the real Emily is.
Вот ее голос.
Well,
Вот это Эмили.
Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
А нет! Один и тот же голос, нечестно, у них должны быть разные голоса.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival... You had asked me what had become of me since we last met in London some years before. What did I answer?
That you are a detective, Louis. You even told me about your adventures regarding some news item. What were they called now?
Сучки, я вас запомнила.
I was there.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Подожди. У нее какая-то... Подожди. Эмма, у нее неизвестно ни хера. У моей прекрасной Эмили, у нее слабость психологии, устойчивость, логика. Слабость психологии, устойчивость, логика. Мы это запомнили, мы с вами запомнили. Но это убеждение...
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire.
Да ёб твою мать.
Mortimer welcomed us in a very odd way. What happened?
It won't work, Louis. It wasn't Mortimer who welcomed us. It was Sir Gregory. Sorry, Louis. I already told her.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Бабушка там сейчас это умрет, мама. В первую ночь мы разошлись по комнатам. Я не мог заснуть и вышел прогуляться.
Do you remember if we saw each other that night or not?
Not at all. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
Откуда я знаю, чем эти?
She's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
Бляха.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Блять, давай спереди. Где мы провели вечер? Что мы там обнаружили? Где мы провели вечер?
Before going to bed, we found ourselves in an odd situation.
You surprised me searching through Mortimer's secret gallery. Behind the chimney. You were looking for clues about your mother. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk about us.
Сучки. Давайте позади, короче. А что вы хотели от меня прошлой ночью? Что вы делали прошлой ночью? О чем мы беседовали этой ночью? Бляха, манипулирование.
Last night when you came to my room, what exactly did you expect from me?
Сука!
Exactly what happened. I was hoping you would share your bed with me. What?
Which I did.
And it was delicious, sir. What do you mean? It was delicious. You little slut. What did you do?
Так я ошиблась.
Out of fear of her jealousy, I didn't tell Emma that we spent last night
Ревновать?
together.
Это нормально, что сестра ревнует к сестре?
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Сзади. Блять. Конечно, позади. Со мной стоит.
I knew you wouldn't get it wrong, Louis. No! You little bitch! Watch out, Louis! No!
Мы убили! Сейчас, короче, окажется, что мы ошиблись.
Louis? What on earth is going on?
Mother!
Go! You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Go.
Come, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me study with her, please. Go, I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going
on? Встретитесь с матерью в склепе. Что если мы убили не ту? Что если мы убили не ту? Блях, это... That's cringe.
Good God. They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Я хочу посмотреть. Пожалуйста, пожалуйста, дайте мне время. Журнал. Значит, убеждение. Эмма Хилсборо, манипулирование. Значит, Эмма была напротив. Слабость психологии, устойчивость, допрос и логика. Блять. Кого мы убили? Сука. Ой, все, пока,
Did you
мальчики.
hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering. Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Боже. А как попасть в сад? Бляха, вдруг я убила Эмили? Но Эмма же не знала, что мы с ней затусивали. Я ничего не поняла. Я ничего не поняла. Вы что-нибудь... Блях, вот я 100%... Вот я говорю, типа... Чего? Как до туда добраться? Типа, вот 100% какую-то деталь я упустила. И я даже не понимаю, как работают эти якорцы. Короче, Марина Лашпет. Просто знайте это. А вдруг я убила Эмили? Она мне так нравилась. Все, простите, теперь я... Сначала я ныла о том, что я не могла затусить с Эмили. Теперь я буду ныть, что я ее убила. Блять, а вдруг я ошиблась? Я пересмотрю и буду плакать. Я теперь не уверена, кто ответил-то?
At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only...
Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true.
Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
Домовой Дед Мороз.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No. Even if home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis. not just those two.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course.
А что с ней вообще случилось? Типа, кто-нибудь мне скажет, кто над ней издевался?
Didn't you notice anything?
Mother, I shan't follow you down that path. I wouldn't be doing you any favors.
Rational and open, Louis. Tell me then, how can anyone own properties all over the world for centuries, always having signed documents with the same signature?
Well, I can find 10 other explanations less eccentric than demonic possession, Mother.
How come the Mortimers have had only one male heir for each generation since the Third Crusade?
Forgery, family rights, where they get rid of the daughter. There are dozens of less extravagant possibilities.
Которых убивали дочерей,
How can one
жесть.
man motivate so many future leading figures of the day on his silly island without anyone finding out about it? Even the Golden Order isn't capable of that.
Well, he's simply better than us, and he's welcome to it.
You refuse to open your eyes, Louis.
You've lost your objectivity, Mother.
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him. Or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Он был молод, обаятелен, экстравагантен. А кто она? Фон Борчард про него говорила?
Who are you talking about? Von Borchardt?
No, Mortimer, of course. He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
Отказалась, видимо.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
Блин, мы чё, в Венеции, мы чё, в Мстителях или где там они? Были тоже. Устойчивость оккультизм, понимаю.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do
Я
with
сын лорда
The
Мартимера.
child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we
ой,
took
они
him
там
to save
были.
him.
That was the case. It was precisely to
А кто
save
его
him
сын?
from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchardt's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave.
We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute. One last thing.
Случилось с Элизабет, с Эммой. Что случилось с Элизабет?
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep.
Господи, какой
in spite of the
бред.
various treatments I tried on her,
Я хотела отвлеклась о том, что я не знаю, кого я убила. Эмму или Эмили, я снова вспомнила.
But I had to try everything.
Ладно, все, пока.
Good.
Всем
I think that's
похер.
about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided
Это только
by
третий
demons for
эпизод получается.
centuries,
У нас
Louis.
еще
They
два,
are
мы же не
playing with
уедем
our
отсюда.
destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing
Боже,
matters.
ну господи, это... эта анимация, это просто что-то с чем-то.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
Если я здесь сделаю паузу, как вы думаете? Типа...
There. That's why we are here.
Что там? Ёб твою мать! Это его склеп, он здесь умер? Лицом к лицу я мог узнать решение Наполеона. Я смог обыскать комнату Наполеона, не оставляя следа. Да всем похуй. Я заставила на сестер... Я защитил, я увидел столпотворение у комнаты Эмили Хилсборо. Я мог найти комнату Жака. Нет неудач. Это хорошо. Двойная игра. Понимаю. Короче, давайте мы с вами здесь сделаем паузу. Что-то до хера все случилось. Мне еще надо отойти от Эмили и Эммы. Если я убила Эмили, то это будет кринж. Вот, так что всем спасибо большое, что смотрите. Подписывайтесь на канал, на Twitch, на ВК. Я там пущу мемы, всякие скринчики, шутеечки, уведомляю о стримах. Вот, так что подписывайтесь. Всех целую, всем пока.